Decisions. Every minute, every hour, every second across the Caribbean, decisions are made. Some are at the individual level. Where do I build or buy a house? What type of work will I do? How can I protect my health? Other decisions are made at the national or regional level. How does a country prepare for natural disasters? How can the Caribbean protect its fishing industry? How can the region plan for rising sea levels or more intense hurricanes? We all want to make good decisions. Decisions that will have a positive impact on our lives and the lives of others. Information. To make good decisions, we need information. Facts, figures, statistics, and evidence. Information is essential to decision making. One of the most complex types of information is climate information. The changes in climate caused by man make it even more critical that we have climate information. Climate change.
Climate change refers to distinct changes in different measures of the climate, for example, rainfall, temperature, and wind, that lasts for a long time. And it's a change that's related to human activity that is of particular concern.
The small island developing states and coastal states of the Caribbean are feeling the impacts of climate change. Greenhouse gas emissions, mainly from larger, more developed countries, have led to higher temperatures, rising sea levels, and longer dry spells. These global changes have meant big changes for us here in the Caribbean.
It's important for us to understand the changes that can be anticipated. What will less rainfall mean for agriculture? What will warmer temperatures and the effects on coral reefs, for example, mean for tourism? What can we anticipate, for example, with respect to our infrastructure?
The health sector suffered a lot from the outbreak of chikungunya. What happened was loss of productivity meant, of course, loss of business. And from the point of view of the government, the pressure on the health sector to handle this major disease. So the economic impact is something that we have to pay particular attention to.
The Caribbean faces big challenges in addressing climate change. Individually, our small island states do not have the technical capacity to generate and organize the country data for models and simulations.
Before this, climate modeling within the region was a shared effort because no one institution or country within the region, within the Caribbean region, had the resources to actually do climate modeling runs. And when we talk about resources, we're talking about human capacity as well as the technical capacity, be that the computing and the storage. It got to a point where, as much as we were filling the gaps that existed based on the IPCC's first and second assessment reports, we're getting to a point of almost missing the reports because the science was advancing and we weren't filling that gap fast enough. SPARKS gives us the ability to fill that gap faster.
Enter SPARKS. SPARKS is a high-performance computer system manufactured by Dell, whose specification was designed right here at UWI-MITS. It is funded by the Inter-American Development Bank under the investment plan for the Caribbean Regional track of the pilot program for climate resilience, PPCR.
We want to thank the University of the West Indies and the Inter-American Development Bank for the opportunity of working on this great project.
The supercomputer SPARKS, powered by Dell EMC, consists of two different clusters, one of 34 nodes for general processing and 4 with GPUs. Together, they provide about 28 teraflops of compute power and half petabyte of high-performance storage capacity.
Think of SPARKS as 34 very high-powered desktop computers connected by an extremely fast network. This system is linked to a very large and very fast set of hard disk drives. Together, these and other components are able to take in, store, and analyze the large body of climate data that exists.
SPARKS moves us from the point of view of waiting months for data to giving us a matter of days to actually get that data.
One of the opportunities afforded to us as we engage SPARKS is climate modeling at the scale of Caribbean islands. And so we'll be in a position within the Caribbean to generate information for the Caribbean and to have a look at the impacts across a number of sectors.
Having an equipment or tool such as SPARKS will help us to model our data down to a closer scale, something that us farmer can relate to. And so I think that will improve the confidence that the farmer and us as other stakeholders would have in the information that we're getting in terms of what is predicted for the future. And so I think that's exciting. I think that's something we'd want to see, and this information will be fantastic for us to use.
The accuracy and precision and the resolution of the work being done is going to be the type that will not just excite us, but really put us in a position for improved planning from our perspective.
SPARKS has been developed under the regional track of the PPCR in the Caribbean. With IDB funding and coordination through the Mona Office of Research and Innovation at the UWI, the PPCR is working to improve regional climate data generation, analysis, and dissemination. With the support of implementing partners like the UWI Climate Studies Group, PPCR is helping the Caribbean generate and use climate information for effective decision-making.